Dear students, today we are going to read our 6th chapter of Flamingo book. Title of the chapter is Poets and Pancakes. It has been authored by Ashoka Mitran, an Indian writer who was born in 1931. Poets and Pancakes is an excerpt from his book, that is a book written by Ashoka Mitran, and the title of the book is My Years with Boss. Okay, My Years with Boss. It is a book written on his experience, on his career, which he, or the time which he spent with his boss in Gemini Studio, and his boss was S.S. Vasan. Okay, S.S. Vasan. So the title here refers to two terms, that is poets and pancakes. Poets here stands for not the poets who are composing the poems, rather it stands for the people or the actors and actresses who are working in Gemini Studios. Okay, it is a story of Gemini Studios. Gemini Studio. Gemini Studio. And Gemini Studios is located in Madras, Chennai. It was set up in 1940 by Mr. S.S. Vasan, who is the founder of this studio. So Gemini Studio is meant to perform the stage shows, to perform some plays, and the works which are related to stage performances. Okay, so before going ahead, let us know something about Ashoka Mitran. Ashoka Mitran was a Tamil writer who was born in 1931, and he reminisces or he recounts his experiences, his work which he performed with his boss in a book, My Years with Boss, which talks of influence of movies on every aspect of life in India. The Gemini Studios, located in Chennai, was set up in 1940. It was one of the most influential film producing organizations of India in the early days of Indian filmmaking. जब स्टार्टिंग में इंडिया में फिल्में बनने लगी थी, उस समय का ये लीडिंग स्टूडियो था वहाँ का, इंडिया का. ओके, चेन्नई में लोकेटेड है. Its founder was S.S. Vasan. The duty of Ashoka Mitran in Gemini Studios was to cut out newspaper clippings on a wide variety of subjects and store them in files. So we will read about his character also separately in the lesson. अशोका मित्र का काम क्या था, वो न्यूज़पेपर से, मैगजीन से, जर्नल से कटिंग लेते हैं और उन कटिंग्स को फाइल में लगाते हैं और फाइल को फिर बॉस के पास में भेज देते हैं. उन कटिंग्स के बेस पे वो जो इन्फॉर्मेशन जुटाते थे न्यूज़पेपर से, उस इन्फॉर्मेशन के बेस पे फिल्म की स्टोरी या किसी प्ले की स्टोरी फिर आगे नरेट की जाती थी. इट वाज हिज ड्यूटी. सो ही वाज ए राइटर एक्चुअली, बेसिकली ही वाज ए राइटर. Many of these had to be written out by hand. Sometimes he would have to write them by hand also, information जो भी मिलती थी. Although he performed an insignificant function, he was the most well informed of all the members of the Gemini family. Okay, let me tell you. कुछ लोग मानते थे कि पेपर कटिंग कोई काम है क्या, ये सब बेकार है, इट इज़ ऑफ नो इम्पोर्टेंस. रेदर इट वाज द मोस्ट laborious job for him. It was a significant work from a movie point of view or from a story point of view, because he was playing a lead role in narrating this story. He was helping the boss a lot. जबकि अदर्स मानते थे कि उसका कोई काम नहीं है, वो ऐसे ही टाइम पास करता है. The following is an excerpt from his book My Years with Boss. Okay, so this was about Ashoka Mitran. Let us go ahead with some notes prepared by me. So who was the founder and owner of Gemini Studio? S.S. Vasan. Where was it located? Madras. Okay, Madras, Chennai. When was it established or found? In 1940. how many workers were there, or how many performers and workers, that is supporting staff, leading staff, actors, actresses, total 600. Okay, these many facts you need to know. These are the things you need to keep in your mind. Ashoka Mitran, he was a writer whose duty was to cut the newspaper and paste the cuttings into the files to forward to Bose for story narration, and he worked there from 1952 to 1966. He wrote a book, My Years with Bose, and let me narrate some story about it. That जेमिनी स्टूडियोज़ में जितने भी लोग काम करते थे उनमें से कुछ लोग बहुत टैलेंटेड होते हुए भी उनका जो काम था वो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड थे, बिकॉज उनको किसी न किसी वजह से एक लीड रोल नहीं मिल पाता था, वेदर ड्यू टू हिज कास्ट और समथिंग एल्स, दैट मे बी द रीजन, पॉसिबल रीजन. सो देर वर ऑलमोस्ट 600 परफॉर्मर्स, एंड उसमें कुछ लोग ऐसे भी थे जो अगेंस्ट अदर्स काम करते थे, जो दूसरों की जॉब के ऊपर हमला करते थे, मींस उनके अगेंस्ट बॉस को कुछ बोलते थे. देर आफ्टर उस समय इंडिया में कम्युनिज्म स्प्रेड हुआ था. ओके, एंड कम्युनिज्म वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में बहुत था, इवन आप बात करें रशिया की तो वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा था, बट अमेरिका में उस समय कैपिटलिज्म आ गया था. सो कम्युनिज्म को मेड्रासीज बहुत पसंद करते थे, और उसी के ऊपर एक 200 पीपल की एक टीम आती है और वो वहाँ पे मेड्रास में जेमिनी स्टूडियोज में परफॉर्म करती है. ओके, एंड देयर सोल इंटेंशन वाज टू गो अगेंस्ट और परफॉर्म अगेंस्ट कम्युनिज्म. ओके, सो उस समय कम्युनिज्म था, लेकिन वो जो 200 लोग आए थे उनका काम था कम्युनिज्म के अगेंस्ट. तो उन्होंने 1-2 शो किए वहाँ पे, लोगों को बहुत पसंद भी आए वो, एंड people like their show at a large scale. Okay, so बाद में SS वासन को जब पता चला कि ये तो अगेंस्ट कम्युनिज्म था, सो ही फेल्ट बिट्रेड. उनको काफ़ी धोखा लगा इस बात में, ही फेल्ट बिट्रेड. ऐसे ही उसके बाद में ये सीक्वेंस में आते हैं. उसके बाद स्टीफन स्पेंडर, he was a communist and he was from England. So we will talk about them in sequence. Let us proceed with the sequence of the characters. What was their role? So makeup room, there was a makeup room, and earlier that makeup room was used to be used as a stable, okay, by Robert Clive. And in that makeup room the actors and actresses were their makeup was done there. There was incandescent light, means बहुत ज़्यादा लाइट होती थी, that was producing huge amount of heat, and the atmosphere inside the room was uncomfortable. Still they had to got their makeup done by the makeup boy, and they had to perform the stage. So this was about the makeup room, and there was a makeup boy, office boy even. He was 40 years old and applied makeup material on the faces of the actors and actresses. It was his duty. His main duty was crowd management. Crowd management means whoever would come there and whose duty was to perform the stage, office boy उसका makeup करता था. He also wanted to become a lead actor but could not, because he felt that there are some people who are working against him or who are not allowing him to go ahead. Means he was frustrated. And उसकी शिकायत किससे थी? His complaint was against Kothamangalam Subbu. Office boy was jealous of Kothamangalam Subbu because he was number 2 at Gemini Studio in ranking. In the hierarchy, Kothamangalam Subbu was number 2, at GS Gemini Studio. Okay, due to he belonged to a Brahmin family. Maybe because of that he was given a good portfolio there, and he was superiorly ranked than that of the ऑफिस बॉय. ऑफिस बॉय का नंबर बाद में आता था. कोटामंगल सुब्बू एक अच्छी पोस्ट पे वहाँ पे बने हुए थे. ही हैड गुड एक्टिंग क्वालिटीज़. इवन समटाइम्स ही कुड एक्ट बेटर देन हीरोज. ओके, ही कुड एक्ट बेटर देन heroes, but he acted as a writer there, and he was the member of a story writing team, story department. He wrote humorous stories. Okay, humorous story, that's why he was a humorous writer also, though he was able to write complicated ones. Okay, he could write the story of any level, of aristocratic level, but to amuse, to attract the masses of Chennai, that is Madras, he wrote his stories in a simple Tamil language. Okay, simple Tamil language. He preferred simple Tamil to amuse the Tamil in masses. बहुत ज़्यादा तमिल लोगों को अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए सिंपल तमिल लैंग्वेज लिखता था, हार्ड लैंग्वेज का यूज नहीं करते थे कोटामंगलम सुब्बू. Thereafter, the next character comes here is legal advisor. There was a lawyer also. Okay, there was a lawyer who used to advise the people how to act and all these things. It was his profession. He was a lawyer, and he belonged to story department. He played with people's thoughts. This was his part of his cunning behavior. He played with people thoughts. He was not a good person, rather he was an illegal advisor. Okay, it has been he has been termed as an illegal advisor because he worked against people. He destroyed career of many of the people working there. He acted against the other workers. He used to wear pant and tie, sometime a loose coat, overcoat. Okay, means his dress code was very, you can say, of a people of higher standard, whereas जो बाकी लोग थे वो खादी शर्ट एंड धोती पहनते थे जेमिनी स्टूडियो में, एंड मैड्रास में ये उनका एक ट्रेडिशनल ड्रेस भी है. सो ही डिस्ट्रॉयड द एक्टिंग करियर ऑफ एन एक्ट्रेस. लेट मी टेल यू, एक एक्ट्रेस वहाँ पे काम करती है जेमिनी स्टूडियो में. एक दिन रिकॉर्डिंग करते टाइम और शूटिंग करते टाइम शी बिकेम एंग्री ऑन द डायरेक्टर एंड प्रोड्यूसर. गुस्सा आ गया और कुछ बोल गई उसमें. दिस जेंटलमैन लीगल एडवाइजर ने उसको रिकॉर्ड कर लिया और रिकॉर्ड करके उसी को सुना दिया. ओके, शी फेल्ट इंसल्टेड एंड इम्प्रेस्ड. ओके, शी फेल्ट क्वाइट suppressed, or it happens because if you say something against your boss, director, producer, and if somebody pokes that to him, he may take any step against you. So she became afraid of, she was afraid of some action taken against her by the director or producer. So उसने अपनी जॉब छोड़ दी. Okay, her acting career finished there itself. He was an illegal advisor, and let me tell you, legal advisor later himself was thrown out. Okay, he himself was thrown out of Gemini Studio because of his acts. After that, what happened in Gemini Studio? An MRA team, that is Moral Rearmament Army, came there with a team of 200 staffers, 200 staff members, and they performed 2 shows there, and the name of those shows are Jonathan Valley and Forgotten Factor. Their aim was to perform the stage shows against कम्युनिज्म. ओके, देयर एक्शन वाज एंटी कम्युनिज्म. वो कम्युनिज्म के खिलाफ उन्होंने वहाँ पे एक मैसेज स्प्रेड करने के लिए शो किए थे. एंड जब वो वहाँ पे आए उस समय एस वासन को इस बात का पता नहीं था कि वो काउंटर कम्युनिज्म, उनका शो काउंटर कम्युनिस्ट मूवमेंट होगा। ओके, वेयरएज मद्रास में कम्युनिज्म था और वो लोग उसको सपोर्ट भी करते थे, बट ये जो शो था MRA मॉरल रिआर्मेंट आर्मी, इनका जो परफॉर्मेंस था वो अगेंस्ट कम्युनिज्म था। और ये बात एस वासन को बाद में पता चली एंड ही फेल्ट दैट ही वाज befooled by the MRA. Okay, he felt he was befooled, he was betrayed by the MRA. He got played into their hands. And the two shows performed by MRA were Jonathan Valley and Forgotten Factor. They impressed the Tamilians very much. Okay, they impressed them. But later they came to know that this was against communist movement. Thereafter, a highly intellectual person from England, Stephen Spender, came there. Though his identity was not revealed, his identity was not known to the actors or the people working in Gemini studio at the time when he came there. One day he came there, he delivered a speech, and his speech was not understood by the Gemini studio person. Okay, उनकी जो टोन थी, जो स्पीच थी, वो काफ़ी हार्ड लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे थे, इंस्पायरिंग थी, बट एक्सेंट जो है वो बहुत ही टेरिबल था, एक्सेंट वाज टेरिबल. सो ही वाज स्पीकिंग प्योर इंग्लिश. एंड ये कहा गया है कि जेमिनी स्टूडियो के लोगों ने वर्ड्सवर्थ को सुना है, T.S. Eliot के बारे में सुना है, लेकिन स्टीफन स्पेंडर या कोई और किसी और को जानते भी नहीं थे वो लोग. ओके, सो वो कुछ लोगों को जानते थे, स्टीफन स्पेंडर या कोई और को वो नहीं जानते थे. So it was difficult for them to identify him, and more to that, it was not able to understand his speech, what he was speaking there. Even S.S. Vasan was not able to understand that, right? You can say, because it was a mystery. It was a mystery who was that person who delivered that speech. स्टीफन स्पेंडर वहाँ आके स्पीच दे के चलाते हैं, किसी को पता भी नहीं चलता है. एंड जेमिनी स्टूडियो स्टाफ इतने परेशान होते हैं उसकी स्पीच से, दे विश दैट ही शुड नेवर कम अगेन, दे विश नेवर टू लिसन टू हिम अगेन. वो उसको दोबारा सुनना नहीं चाहते थे, इतने उससे परेशान और बोर हो गए थे. एंड इट वाज ए मिस्ट्री ऑफ अशोकामित्रन, इट वाज ए मिस्ट्री फॉर अशोकामित्रन. ओके, अशोकामित्रन भी उसको पहचान नहीं पाए कि हु वाज द पर्सन हु डिलीवर्ड द स्पीच ऑन द स्टेज देयर. सो लेटर अशोकामित्रन, जब ये मिस्ट्री है तो इसको कैसे सोल्व करना है. अशोकामित्रन सेंड्स ए प्रोज पीस टू अनदर एडिटर. सो ही वाज ए राइटर, ही wrote a piece of prose and he sent to some other editor. And one day he noticed in the Hindu that about a short story contest was to be organized. अशोकामित्रन एक प्रोज पीस भेजते हैं किसी एडिटर के पास में, और आपने उसकी कंफर्मेशन के लिए एक दिन हिंदू पेपर में वो एक कॉर्नर में देखते हैं कि एक शॉर्ट स्टोरी कंटेस्ट होने वाला है जो कि ब्रिटिश पीरियडिकल करवाएगी, और उसका नाम होगा द इनकाउंटर. ओके, सो द शॉर्ट स्टोरी कंटेस्ट named as the encounter was to be organized by British periodicals, and the editor of this contest, short story contest and the encounter was Stephen Spender. So by seeing this name, Ashokamitran came to some conclusion that he might have been the person who delivered the speech at Gemini studio, whose speech was not understood by the people of Gemini studio. Okay, so उनको दो इवेंट्स के थ्रू पता चलता है कि ही वाज स्टीफन स्पेंडर. एक तो ये हुआ कि उनको ये ब्रिटिश पीरियडिकल का जो द इनकाउंटर शॉर्ट स्टोरी कंटेस्ट है, उसके जो एडिटर हैं वो वो स्टीफन स्पेंडर हैं. सो इससे उनका डाउट लगभग क्लियर हो गया कि ये वही आदमी था. सेकंड, जब 50th एनिवर्सरी होती है रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन की, ओके, रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन की। तो उस समय रशिया में कम्युनिज्म था और उस समय एक बुक लॉन्च हुई थी। ए बुक वाज लॉन्च्ड टाइटल एज द गॉड दैट फेल्ड, ओके, द गॉड दैट फेल्ड। सो दिस वाज ए बुक लॉन्च्ड at the 50th anniversary of Russian Revolution, right? So Ashokamitran finds this book from a pile of books, एक से ढेर पड़ा हुआ था इनका, और उनमें से एक कॉपी वो लेते हैं। उसमें जब देखते हैं तो देर वर ए लिस्ट essays written by 6 eminent writers, 6 eminent writers, 6 फेमस जो राइटर्स थे उनके 6 एसेज हैं उस बुक में, ओके। और वो 6 एमिनेंट राइटर्स कौन थे? उन्होंने लिखा था देयर जर्नी इनटू कम्युनिज्म एंड देयर डिसइल्यूजन्ड रिटर्न, देयर जर्नी इनटू कम्युनिज्म एंड देयर डिसइल्यूजन्ड रिटर्न। ये बुक जब वो देखते हैं और ये ऐसे जब पढ़ते हैं उसके अंदर, तो उसमें उनको 6 जो पीपल हैं उनके नेम मिलते हैं जिनके 6 एसेज थे इस बुक में, ओके। इट शुड बी क्लियर कि द नेम ऑफ द बुक वाज द गॉड दैट फेल्ड एंड इट कंसिस्टेड 6 essays. Essay means some written part. 6 essays written by 6 people who belong to Russia, and they mentioned their special line, their journey into communism and their disillusioned return. Okay, disillusioned return. The 6 people who wrote those essays were Andre Gide, Richard Wright, Ignazio Silon, Arthur Koestler, Louis Fischer, and the 6th one was obviously the name required by Ashokamitran. He was Stephen Spender. He was Stephen Spender. By this name, the book became an eminent one, a good one, or you can say the most wanted book for Ashokamitran. Okay. By seeing Stephen Spender, Ashokamitran thought that this book was of great significance for him, very important book for him, because उनको पता चल गया कि यही वो आदमी है जिन्होंने जेमिनी स्टूडियो में आके एक स्पीच दी थी, और उस स्पीच किसके बारे में थी? वो थी कम्युनिज्म के बारे में। ही वॉज सपोर्टर ऑफ कम्युनिज्म। सो बाय दिस नेम द मिस्ट्री गॉट सोल्ड। What was the mystery? That who was the person who delivered a speech in Gemini studio, whose speech was not at all being understood by the workers of Gemini studio. This was the mystery, and Ashokamitran solved this mystery in 2 ways. First, when he sent a prose piece to an editor and he came to know about a short story contest in the Hindu. The name of that, the title of that short story contest was The Encounter, whose editor was Stephen Spender. Secondly, when he came through a book launched at the 50th anniversary of Russian Revolution, the name of the book was The God That Failed, and the 6th author in that book was Stephen Spender. So in this way, Ashokamitran came to know that he was the person whose name was Stephen Spender. Okay, so it is little bit complicated. You might have faced some difficulty in understanding it because there are different characters. At first it was talking about the studio, the workers, the heroes and heroines, actresses working there, actors and actresses working there. Thereafter it takes a shift towards communism. Okay, it takes a shift towards communism. So the message in favor of communism and counter communism movement was also given by means or through these stage performances. That's why this communism has been involved in this chapter. Dear students, we will read this chapter in detail, that is line by line, okay, in next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.